Hello and welcome. Today we're travelling back to the 1970s to look at a book called How to Make Magic by Sharon Finmark and David Wickers. Published in 1974, when Britain was in the grip of power cuts, glam rock, and a burgeoning interest in the occult, How to Make Magic is ostensibly a children's activity book. However, the activities it encourages are amazing, baffling, and frankly a bit terrifying. Along with some of the usual Ali Bongo's Book of Magic stuff where you might learn to fake a levitation or to perform a vanishing act, the book teaches kids how to read minds and tell fortunes, how to weave spells, brew magic potions, summon spirits and hunt ghosts. But what makes the book so fascinating, and more than a little unsettling, is the way the book blends traditional stage magic with elements of folklore, the occult, and what the authors call real magic. The book encourages kids to make their own magical spaces and magical tools. There are instructions for creating a spooky den of mystery, complete with bead curtains and a backdrop draped with dark fabrics, with incense or joss sticks burning to create that den of mystery atmosphere. Budding witches and wizards can even learn how to sew their own black cat familiars. And of course, no self-respecting magic practitioner would be caught without a wand, ideally fashioned from a hazel branch cut at sunrise to capture the sun's new light and power. But the weirdness really starts to kick in when the book starts to explore the stranger things like palmistry, phrenology, numerology, and tea leaf reading. The book even provides kids with recipes for creating spells and charms. Want to send a secret message? Try invisible ink made from potassium nitrate. That's right, that's saltpeter. And the book suggests the kids just go to the chemist and buy some. There are instructions to making a wigglograph to detect ghostly movements and temperature drops. The book tells you how to make a voodoo doll, which is especially useful if your teacher has made you a bit angry. And how about making your own Ouija board? I can't really see Blue Peter teaching you that one. Or if you're feeling romantic, the book offers Halloween love spells, including one that involves eating an apple in front of the mirror. Apparently the face of your future spouse will appear behind you in the reflection, though the book warns you never to turn around to take a look. The book also features the old magical remedies, with tips on using plants for their supposed magical properties. Need to stop a dog barking? Hound's tongue tucked under the soles of your feet should do the trick. And if you're troubled by warts, you can try rubbing bacon rind into them, and then inserting that rind into an ash tree and recite the charm, ashen tree, pray buy these warts from me. I'm not sure what the tree would think of that. This blurring of the lines between fun and generally creepy gives the book a folk horror vibe. It's like something out of a 1970s horror film, where ancient folklores and modern anxieties collide. There's a real sense of unease that permeates the book, particularly in its depictions of witchcraft and the occult. The authors seem particularly interested in witches. The book is peppered with references to them, from instructions on how to dress like one, to how to make gingerbread witches for your tea. We learn about the importance of the witch's garden, complete with poisonous plants like hemlock, deadly nightshade and mandrake. The book even recounts a truly horrifying method for uprooting mandrake, involving a dog, a scream, and certain death for anyone in earshot. This fascination with all things occult isn't just spooky fun. It reflects a real anxiety and interest in witchcraft and the occult that was prevalent in the UK at the time. The 1960s and 70s saw a resurgence of interest in occult and paganism, which some people found unsettling. How to Make Magic taps into this unease, simultaneously playing with and reinforcing the image of the witch or magician as a figure of both power and danger. and it also tells you how to fake it. How to Make Magic offers a fascinating glimpse into the life of children growing up in 1970s Britain. It was a time when the boundaries between the real and the imagined were perhaps a little more fluid. A time when kids were encouraged to explore their creativity, often with very little adult supervision. The book assumes a level of freedom and independence that seems almost unthinkable today. Kids are expected to have access to things like potassium nitrate, matches, and even potentially dangerous plants like hemlock. They're encouraged to experiment, to explore, and to push boundaries of what's considered acceptable behaviour, even if it means dabbling into the spookier stuff. It's also interesting to note the book's emphasis on making do with what you have. Many of the activities involve repurposing everyday objects. Toilet roll tubes become crystal ball stands. Old clothes transform into wizard robes or gypsy costumes. This DIY spirit was very characteristic of the time. With economic challenges, resourcefulness and creativity were highly valued. How to Make Magic then is more than just a curious artifact from a bygone era. It's a window into a time when childhood was perhaps a little bit more magical, a bit more dangerous, and definitely a lot less structured than it was today. So there you have it. How to Make Magic. A strange and wonderfully nostalgic relic of a bygone era. What do you think of this bizarre book? Does it fill you with nostalgia or a sense of mild terror? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more explorations into the wonderful world of random. For now, farewell.